Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. My name is Brittany. On this channel, I share my stupid opinions about the books I've been reading. Let's talk about the books that I am hopefully going to get to in March. I've written my little list here of the books that came through on Libby. I wrote down my book of the month selections because I did make multiple selections this month. I just couldn't resist. And I wrote down a couple of ebooks that I'm hoping to get to. Everything is pretty much going to be read on my Kindle because why not? I'm on like a 100 and something day streak, a 153-day streak on my Kindle. You don't care about that. Let's just jump in to what I'm hopefully going to get to this month. We're going to start with Book of the Month books. So, I am a Book of the Month BFF. I have been since like 2018 or 2019, whenever they rolled out that program. So that means that I get a free book when Book of the Year is announced. And Book of the Year is called The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. There were 5 nominees, and I own 4 of the 5 books for Book of the Year, so there's no sense in me buying a book that I already have. We went with the only one that we don't have, which was, of course, The God of the Woods. Actually, I don't think that I own The Lion Women of Tehran, but I am going to put it just on Libby Hold. So, The God of the Woods it is. If possible, I try to go for the winner if I don't already own it. That way I can just not feel left out with what everybody else loves. I don't know what it's about. I hope that you didn't come here to know what a book's about because to me it doesn't matter if it's on my TBR. I don't care what it's about. I'm just trying to read. And then as far as selections go, I picked Wild Dark Shore by Charlotte McConaughey. I think that's how you say her last name. My bad if it's not. I don't remember if this was a contemporary or if it was a thriller. I just don't remember. I think it was a contemporary. I've never read anything by Charlotte McConaughey, which is one of the reasons why I opted to go for her book. And one of the reasons that I signed up for Book of the Month in the first place is because I wanted to experience authors that I wouldn't normally. So that's what we got. And then I saw this one book circulating Book Talk very heavily. It's called The Favorites by Lane Fargo. It's an ice skating romance, and that's all that I know. Everybody has been talking about this book online, and I have FOMO, and the hold for my library is several months, and I don't want to wait that long. So I also got The Favorites. I have been exclusively buying audiobooks from Book of the Month, but I did this month go for the 3 physical books. While I was going through Book of the Month and looking at the extras, the add-on books, I saw this one book that seemed really interesting to me. I'm on a pregnancy trope kick when it comes to romance. Sorry if you don't like that. I do. I don't know why. I can't explain it. So I saw this book by Cara Bastone called Ready or Not, and the front line, the leading line of the synopsis was she becomes pregnant unexpectedly. And I was like, sign me up because I read Out on a Limb in February and literally loved that book so much. All of this to say, when it comes to Ready or Not, it was an add on, but I already purchased an add on for the month of March, and I'm not trying to bring in a ton of extra books. And with 3 books coming in March, I really need to go through and unhaul some things. So I went to Libby and searched up a few books that I saw on Book of the Month that I want to read, and I placed them all on hold. Ready or Not was one of the audiobooks that I placed on hold. The ebook was already available. So when the audiobook hold came through, I borrowed it and borrowed the ebook because I want to double dork. I'm trying to get over my when it comes to reading romance, listening wise. So exposure therapy, if you will. And now we are going to go into library holds. I have a few that came through. The Troop by Nick Cutter is a horror novel, and I have not read any horror this year because life is a horror show anyway. So this book has been on hold since literally September of last year. I am really excited to finally get to read it. I borrowed the ebook because I don't really listen to horror that much. It freaks me out a little too much, but I'm excited to get into that. And then I had a Barnes& and Noble gift card that I got for Christmas. So I purchased a few ebooks on Barnes, but I wanted to double dork. So I got Not in My Book by Katie Holt. This is a new release. I don't remember what it's about, but I placed the audiobook hold. It came through. So we're going to be reading the ebook on the Nook app on one of my devices as we double dork this one. And then another library hold came through for Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez. We all know that this is an Abby Jimenez Stan account. I love her so much. And so then two other books that I purchased via Barnes& and Noble, they're ebooks. I have been on a kick of reading cowboy romance this year. I've read two of the Rebel Blue Ranch books by Lila Sage. Lost and Lasso is the third one. I purchased that via Barnes with my gift card, and so we'll be reading that this month, hopefully. And then my book club that Kelly and I run on Fable called The Smut Club is reading First Time Caller by B.K. Borison, which is another book that I bought. I think that I bought that on Kindle though. Before Amazon took away the ability to download, I was like, well, I have a gift card that I was planning on using on ebooks. So let me go ahead and use it right now, get a bunch of audio or get a bunch of ebooks, download them so that I don't lose access to them when you're not able to download them anymore. And First Time Caller was one of them. My sister was talking about First Time Callers. That was her first book of the month selection that she opted for. I've been hearing a lot of talk about it online. I'm not a huge fan of BK Borison's writing. I've read two of the Love Light books and have been less than impressed. And then I want to read at least two KU books. I am not canceling my KU subscription. Indie authors rely on that $2 that they get from me when I borrow a book from KU and read it. We can talk about that a different day. I'm not canceling my KU subscription. You can cancel me if you want to. I don't fucking care. People have it hard enough out here, and I'm not going to take away an independent author's source of income by canceling my Kindle Unlimited subscription. So the books that I've chosen are Elevator Pitch by Evelyn Lee. It popped up as a recommended book for me, and I said, wow, that looks really cute. I'm going to read it. And then because I cannot get enough of cowboy romance, we're going to circle back to the Chestnut Springs series, and I'm going to start at the beginning and read Flawless. That's the first one, right? Let me know. Oh my God. And then I'm sorry, I forgot another library hold that came through because I drew a little line and I messed up. I am going to be reading Scythe and Sparrow by Brendan Weaver. It's the third installment in the Ruinous Love trilogy. It's Fion's book. If you have been listening to my podcast, I talked about Butcher and Blackbird. An upcoming episode is on Leather and Lark. So I am reading Scythe and Sparrow so that we can have the whole trifecta on the podcast. And those are my books that I am hopefully going to get to in March. Is it a little lofty to have a goal of 12 books in March when I am going on vacation? Yes, it is. Toward the end of the month, I am going to go see my husband in Virginia. We are going to go to New Jersey for a wedding, and then we are going to go to New York City. My children have never been to New York City, and so I am very excited to take them to places that I love in New York. All right, so that is it, my friends. Those are the 12 hopeful books that I have this month. Let me know what you think in a comment. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new here. This is free for you. It is fun for me. And I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye.